Yo, what's up, guys? Happy Monday. Welcome to Macro Mondays. The ETH ecosystem is absolutely pumping today. We're going to try capitalize on that. We're going to go over my ETH long, which we are still sitting in. Haven't TP'd anything yet, but let's get stuck straight into the show. So here we have the banter bubbles, and you can see the ETH system or the blockchain projects that are built on the ETH system are ripping. Arbitrum, Injective, Sand, Lido, Uniswap, you name it. It's extremely bullish out here, and yeah, we think that ETH is going to continue to rip this week. Obviously, we are down on the last hour. The market's been quite volatile, but let's get straight into the show. So first, we're going to speak about Bitcoin. Bitcoin, obviously, chilling over here. It's at $97,600, and this is my plan for Bitcoin. Obviously, we closed Friday over here, like at just under 90K. And yeah, on Sunday, we got that big wick down, which, you know, when you get those big moves up and down on the weekend, they obviously can be retraced. So we got that move down. I did jump into some spot buys of some various tokens, which I'm going to go over in today's show, of course. But yeah, just looking at some TA for the daily candle over there, you guys know I like my 50% of the wick. And 50% of the wick does come in over here at 96,700 odd. Okay, and we all know I did jump into a Bitcoin long on the show on Friday. We're going to go over that. Here it is. Here is the long. Let me just load that up again. There we go, Bitcoin long, we're up 25%. These were the limit orders that I set. I set a limit order at 96,400 and 95,300, and we didn't get fully filled. We got filled on the first one, obviously a small position over here, but I am looking for this to potentially come a bit lower. I'll tell you why. I think Bitcoin dominance could be coming down. ETH is showing a lot of strength here, and I do like the zone of a potential retest, but that zone I'm looking for could be a little liquidity grab underneath that wick, and we could come into this region over here. And if we go onto the 4-hour time frame over here for Bitcoin, that EMA, the EMA of the 54-hour EMA comes perfectly in that region over there. So I'm expecting a potential movement down. We did get a lower low compared to the previous lows, but we're going to chat about ETH quickly because ETH's showing a lot of strength. Okay, so guys, there's nothing bearish about Ethereum. So Ethereum today made a higher high in the recent push up, and on Friday and over the course of the weekend, mainly on Saturday, it also made a higher high. It pumped up to that basically $3,500 region. If we have a look at Bitcoin, you can see that Bitcoin has created higher highs throughout there. So is Ethereum now. But the recent highs over there, you can see Bitcoin is making lower highs and ETH is making higher highs. So ETH, in my opinion, is the beta play at the moment. If you look at Solana as well, it's also starting to roll over. So my target for Solana on the midterm is going to be this pump up here. So we can take out the fib retracement from the huge pump, which pumped all the way to all-time highs. This is probably the region where you're going to find Solana potentially coming down. I'm not short Solana. I've got my spot bags still as well, but anything down to this 210 level is going to be still bullish for Solana. So I mean, my bags are still packed on Solana, and the reason that level looks so good is if we take some confluence and we look left, you see there is a pivot high over there. Okay, so it's a perfect pivot high. That was the previous cycle high of the cycle, and it is the 50% level of the big push up past all-time highs. So I'm not selling my Solana bags. I'm not shorting Solana. But if Solana does come into this 210 region over here, I will be buying more and adding more to my bags for Solana. But in my opinion, ETH has the spotlight for now. Very bullish on ETH. If we get lucky enough to get a move down on ETH, this 3,274 region looks really good. But I am expecting ETH to just continue onwards and upwards for here. I think we are going to break this high over here. And I think we are going to move into this down sloping resistance trend line, which we got the highs in March over there. And then we got the highs of that ETF approval high. over here. And if we connect the lines, we do see Ethereum coming into that $3,700 region, guys, which is huge, I still am in my ETH long over here. Let's go into that long. We're up 366%. So here we go, $3,100 region. That was my main region for Ethereum. I tell you why. It is the 50% level of the recent move. So there was the cycle high over there, all the way to the capitulation bottom. The halfway point comes in at that $3,100 region. So the perfect retest of this from the top side coming down. So we obviously pushed through, came down, tested it, and then off we go. So I think that is a perfect ETH entry. I don't see us coming back down too low. This, for me, will be defended. We could come down and sweep these levels and test the EMAs, but we'll have to wait and see for that. So for the moment, I definitely am mostly bullish on Ethereum rather than Solana and Bitcoin. I think it's time for ETH to catch up. And I think a lot of people, I'm going to say it again, guys, a lot of people missed out on Ethereum and sold all their Ethereum in this region over here, where we were calling this to probably be a macro deviation, reclaim the range. And I think a lot of people were waiting for a test of this 2,900 region to get in, but this obviously got front run. And the fact that it got front run tells you that it is extremely strong at the moment. So Ethereum is very strong at the moment. Definitely wouldn't be fading Ethereum. However, I would be looking at other projects that Ethereum is on, and we're going to definitely go over those today. So that's what I got for that. Total is obviously ripping. I put the rockets over there a while ago, and we're still rocketing. We came up to that $3.4 trillion region, which is bullish. Total 3 almost hit $1 trillion. So this is looking really good for Total 3, in my opinion. We are nowhere close to the all-time highs. You know, we got another 22%. I mean, we know that can happen in a week. You know, we saw this. That's 30%. So we can just continue onwards and upwards. And if you look at previous cycles, guys, it just does that. It does that. This was over the course of like 3 months. So we can picture 3 months, 4 months from here, just continuation onwards and upwards. It does look a little bit unreal. But you guys do have to respect that this is a breakout, guys. This is the breakout. This is the moment where we were all waiting for. I couldn't be more all in at the moment. We've been all in for a while. Let's go over XRP quickly because there are a lot of people asking about XRP. So XRP did hit the final target. This was the target that I drew out on Friday last week. If we just looked at the weekly time frame, it was a level that I was looking at seeing a big rejection from. So it was this region over here. You can see bearish absorption over there and a retest of the macro 50% level. But it did get front run. We didn't get fully filled with the SOL order. We got a bit of SOLs over here, but not the full SOL. So I still am holding spot XRP for now. I am waiting for that $1.75. That is for XRP. Yeah, we obviously got into the trade. And yeah, very happy to take profits on this one. It was carrying the portfolio for a bit. Bitcoin dominance, guys. Bitcoin dominance. I publicly said on Friday that this is probably the top. I did exit all of my Bitcoin into altcoins. This was on Friday. We saw that big rejection down. And I've often been seeing these big bullish looking candles followed by some bearish price action as potentially being a like pivot point. So I am seeing this as a potential top for Bitcoin dominance. One thing I like about this price action is we have broken down and traded underneath that previous low, coming in at 58.57 over there. So we have traded below that. And it looks like, you know, for the first time, we have come underneath the 50-day EMA and we have tested it from the top and we have rejected off it, guys. Look at that. That's clear rejection over there. We're going to only have to wait for this one, of course. But one thing I really want to see for Bitcoin dominance over the next coming weeks is a break below the 200-day EMA, guys. We haven't been under the 200-day EMA for a while. So you can see we cracked above it over here since the start of Jan last year. And we've just been in a huge bull move for Bitcoin dominance ever since. We had a little scare towards the start of the year. People were calling for the top of Bitcoin dominance. I was also getting a little bit excited around this time, but we haven't seen it close properly yet. So this is a speculative front run of Bitcoin dominance, but the confirmation is going to be when we're starting to trade underneath the 200-day EMA. And once we do have the death cross, guys, death cross is very important. I'll show you guys a previous death cross. Here we go. So here we are. So we lost the 50-day EMA. This was obviously just before the last little bull run towards the blow of top. So we lost the 50 EMA. We tested it as resistance, and then we just start losing levels. Okay. Then we do get the death cross, and then guys, the waterfall. This is alt season, guys. We haven't seen that yet. Okay. You have to ask yourself, have we seen a Bitcoin dominance dump? So this was the previous cycle, huge dump over here. Okay, and the top is always, the top of the crypto cycle is always at the bottom of the Bitcoin dominance. Okay, here's case one. So huge waterfall over here, huge waterfall over here. And what we are expecting is another waterfall, guys. And that waterfall will be alt season, which the majority of people would have missed. So I'm looking for Bitcoin dominance to distribute in the next coming weeks to months. And I'm hoping to see Bitcoin dominance trade underneath the 200-day EMA before the end of the year. And I think we will get an extremely bullish Q1 of 2025, guys. Quick question here. How does Bitcoin dominance relate to Bitcoin price, please, Matt? It doesn't relate to the price directly, but it does relate to whether altcoins are going to be outperforming Bitcoin or not. If your altcoin isn't outperforming Bitcoin, what is the point of taking the risk in holding that altcoin when you should just hold Bitcoin? Because Bitcoin is obviously the safe haven. It is the least risky of the crypto besides USDT and the stablecoins, of course. But Bitcoin is well established. There's a lot of demand for Bitcoin. There's a lot of clear demand for Bitcoin. When you start looking at a chart like this is just demand. Nothing else than that. But if your coin isn't outperforming Bitcoin, what is the point of holding it? So let's say you were holding Ethereum the whole time, you would have been burnt here, okay? But only time will tell, guys. This can easily get up here in a few months. So all the ETH people, all the ETH holders, including myself, the time will come. The time will come. But if your coin is underperforming Bitcoin, you may as well be holding Bitcoin. Guys, I'm going to go straight into the macros quickly. We're going to run over the macros. So here we have the DXY. So here's the DXY. Let me just get a nice, let me get rid of that quickly. So here's the DXY. So we've been in this kind of range since the, September 2022. And we did get a top over here down to the bottom over there on the 17th of July. And the 50% level comes in at that 107.19 over there, okay? So we are looking at this to be a distributive pattern and for the DXY to break down. This will cause a parabolic move for the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ and Bitcoin included. So what I'm seeing over here, guys, is the early telltales of a deviation, okay? So we had the 50%, that was also the range high, okay? We did come through, we came above it, we closed above it, and we're getting slammed down straight away. So the DXY rolling over and losing strength is very bullish for the S&P 500. So the fact that Bitcoin, the S&P 500, and the NASDAQ have been ripping with the DXY is only a good thing for risk on assets, because when this does roll over, we are going to look at that parabolic move for the S&P 500, which I have had drawn out for a while now. So the S&P 500, it looks quite bullish in my opinion. SPX, we are only under 1% from all-time high, guys. Under 1%. There's nothing bearish about all-time highs. This is something that I'm going to be saying for the next probably year for the S&P 500. There's nothing bearish about all-time highs. A lot of people fall into the mistake of just shorting the all-time high, looking for their lucky short. They will get burnt. Those same people will be shorting Bitcoin and Ethereum and most likely getting burnt. So let's quickly look at the S&P 500. So obviously bullish, under 1% from all-time high. If you guys are looking to get into the S&P 500, wait for a tap of the 50-day EMA. This normally is a great place to get into the S&P 500. Let's have a look at the NASDAQ quickly, because the NASDAQ's also showing strength. How far is the NASDAQ away from all-time high? Well, 2% from all-time high. So this is just as bullish as the S&P 500. And yeah, it's the EMA is looking strong. It's in a clear uptrend. And yeah, do not short the steam train unless it's for a scalp position. So let's just conclude on the DXY. So I'm expecting DXY to get a little bit of bearish price action over the next coming weeks and months. And we're going to have to see how it reacts when it comes into this trend line over here, as well as the EMAs, which are going to be moving onwards and upwards, something like that. So we are going to see how it's all going to react over here. This might take time. This might only happen in a month, maybe 6 weeks, and then we'll see what happens over there. The bullish case scenario is going to be just a flat rejection over here. Then we retest this as resistance, and then we get the mega dump. And this is the bullish scenario for risk on assets. Once we break down this 100 zone over here and we come into the 90 zone, which we can do TA later on, this will be very bullish for risk on assets and will lead to that blow off top that we have outlined here with the S&P 500. Yeah, that's what I got for the rest of the macros. So let's just go into the 4-hour time frame, because Bitcoin is testing the important EMA over here. I was telling you guys about the 4-hour, the 25 EMA on the 4-hour time frame, and it's just been governing price. You can see we got support, 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 a little bit of support. We closed under, but you know, it's still strong. If the yellow is above the red and it closes under, it's actually a really good time to buy. And we actually are getting that test right now, guys. But look how Bitcoin is down today when Ethereum is up. Guys, ETH is ripping. I think this is just showing the strength of Ethereum at the moment, guys. We'll have a look at ETH BTC again. But Bitcoin on the 4-hour, looking good. I think a move down to this 95,300, where my other limit order is on the cards. You know, we get a little sweep of these lows over here, and then we see how it reacts. Will we get a move up, or will we continue down to this very important level of 92,400? This is a huge 50% level, and we do expect this to hold as support if we do get in there. Looks like, you know, the markets are very volatile at the moment. Solana is showing a little bit of weakness at the moment. It's below the 25 EMA, but it's still in very bullish posturing, guys. This is nothing but a bull trend, creating higher highs and higher lows, and this is most likely to be another higher low. Okay, will it come all the way down to the 50% level? Very possible. This 233 region is a huge region for Solana, so we could get another higher low in this region over here. If we take out this liquidity, we mustn't be too surprised. So this could be a very decent buy zone for Solana, and we'd probably expect a quick wick. You know, something like price could come down, and then you get a quick wick, closes above, and then we get that next move into the higher high territory, all-time highs for Solana. I just want to speak about USDT dominance as well in the daily time frame, because this is dumping to the downside. And what I spoke about on Friday was the similarities over here. So we obviously had that big support over there. We had an upsloping support trend line, which we broke. We got the death cross between the 200 and the 50-day EMA. And you see how it just waterfalled to the downside. And you can see what might happen is we might lose the support over here, and then we might just chop around while people take profits. And then we're going to wait for the 50 EMA again, and as soon as it hits that, we're going to be adding to our longs. If it gets above it, we're going to be adding to our longs very heavily over here, guys. If we see that happen, the 50 EMA come down, then we start to camp price above there, it is likely that we are going to get the sell-off, in my opinion. And this sell-off was 140 days. I measured it out there, measured it out again, and that comes at the 31st of March, which lines up extremely well with the ETH Q1. So this is why I've been pivoting into Ethereum and looking at Ethereum to outperform Bitcoin and the majority of cryptos, guys. We're going to go into some altcoin requests now. So definitely comment those altcoin requests, and we can have a look at those in a bit. But for now, I want to have a look at high block capital, see where the liquidity lies. So there isn't too much liquidity. If we zoom in here, we got that 97K region, and we got 99K. So 97K, 99K, we're going to have a look at that at the chart now. We are approaching that 97K, I see. If we look at Bitcoin, here we go, 88.5, all the way down there. And this one, obviously, 73K over there. And the majority of participants are long, besides Solana, the majority are short over here. And there is a lot of liquidity. Look at that, guys. Solana, 229. Mark this level off on your charts, guys. I think it's very likely that we are going to get that Solana rejection. But liquidity stacked to the up and the downside. So expect volatility, guys. Lots of volatility in the crypto space for now. Let's go into CoinGlass quickly, because if I refresh this, we can have a look at the long to short ratio in the last 24 hours. And we see that in the past 24 hours, there have been more shorts than longs. So we could see a short squeeze, as we always could at all-time highs. But let's go back into the 4-hour chart over there and have a look at Bitcoin quickly. So Bitcoin potentially bouncing off a strong EMA right now. And on the daily time frame, I did have that level marked out, the 50% of that wick. And that comes at 96,800, guys. So I think that 97 to 96,800 is going to be a strong level where I think we could see a nice bounce for Bitcoin. What is the time? It's almost time for the US Open. So we normally do see a lot of volatility in the first bit of the US Open, and it often has led to like a fake move, and then we do see price moving onwards and upwards. Okay, what else did I want to speak about? Because okay, so guys, WIF just got listed on Robinhood, so that's a lot of, there's a lot of people there with big money, so we could see some bullish movement for WIF. We obviously got a big pump and then a dump from the listing. But guys, bear in mind that we are camping above the 50% level. I did get into some more WIF yesterday during that little sell-off on Bitcoin. WIF was one where I added to my bags just because we were above the 50% level there at $3. I think I might have got it like $3.10 or something. And yeah, in my opinion, this is going to rip, guys. WIF is most likely going to continue here. So it's had its first leg. It obviously had a leg before that, but this is most likely another higher low, another higher low, and we are going to probably see WIF come up to those, maybe that $10 region, in my opinion. And I am long and strong for that. I just want to speak about ICP, because we did get into the ICP long for the NVIDIA earnings, and that was last week, I think Wednesday or Tuesday over here. So we are well up on that. ICP is pumping, and obviously we use leverage on that. I think the trade is over here. If I come, here we go, ICP up 200% on that trade, guys. Huge trade for ICP. I'm just going to go over all my trades actually. BNB also given in the live stream. Yeah, we're up decently on that one. AAVE up on that one. Notcoin up on that. Phantom. I don't think we're down on any trades, guys. 𝗕𝗪𝗪𝗕, I think 𝗕𝗪𝗪𝗕 is extremely cheap at that $20 region. ENA ripping, guys. We are up on that. ICP, we just spoke about that. Protocol, BIGTIME, Ethereum, and Bitcoins, obviously all on CoinW. And then the other account. So this account was just to show you guys that you can make money with a little bit of money. Okay, so this account had $2,000 in it, and yeah, we basically just wanted to show people that you can make money with such a little amount, like $2,000 in your trading account. But yeah, we are majorly up on the trades here. We spoke about the ETH trade from 3,100. It's huge. Jupiter, Ondo, these are all triple-digit gains, guys. There we go. Bonk, PEPE, you name it, guys. Yeah, we are live most days and giving a lot of signals on the CoinW Telegram groups. If you guys appreciate this content, definitely smash the like button. And if you are new, hit the subscribe button. And let's get straight into the altcoin requests, guys. Let's get straight into the altcoin requests. I'm going to have a look at them on the daily time frame, because I think when in doubt, zoom out. We are getting a little pullback today. So let's go through it right away, guys. Let's go through it right away. I think you should check out Curve, CRV. Let's have a look at CRV. Let's snipe it out there. Yeah, CRV, looking good, hey. I think for CRV, I'm going to wait for it to, I'm going to be a little bit patient here. I'm going to wait for a breakout of this downsloping resistance trend line over there. I think if we can get a little pump up here, claim some highs, and then maybe long that retest, I'll be looking good. If you are already in curve, that looks great. Looks like a really good trade. And one thing I was noticing is obviously this is quite, the only problem about curve, in my opinion, is there's a lot of sellers. There will be a lot of sellers in this market. There are people that bought curve at $5. And I mean, this does look like one big deviation, but you got to ask yourself, are we in a downtrend or uptrend? And we clearly are in a downtrend over here. On the daily time frame, you know, we've created lower lows since COVID times, guys. There's a lot more money in the system at the moment, and the fact that it hasn't gone into curve is not bullish for curve. Can curve pump all the way up? It obviously can, guys. It obviously can. I know curve is some kind of DEX, I think, and we could come and test $3.50. Would I put my house on it? No. But what I would do is wait for a breakout of this downsloping resistance trend line over here, and start to close a few more candles above this 50% level over here. So this is my play for curve. I think it'll take, you know, maybe in the next month we can get a push up here. We'll have to see if we can consolidate above the 50% level and get outside of this downsloping resistance trend line, then I could be bullish on curve. Guys, what is next? Doge. Yeah, guys, Dogecoin is quite volatile at the moment. We obviously got fresh highs over there. One thing I love about Doge at the moment is it is camping above that 39.4 50% level, coming from the all-time high to the recent cycle low. And this is looking bullish, guys. It is tough to get an entry over here. But we are above that 39.4 over here. Let me just get that out again. We are above this level there. And I think if we can come back into this level, you know, we could be longing this region over here. And we would be longing that with our stops underneath the recent low over there. And we're obviously targeting all-time highs. This would just be a massive swing trade. Risk reward 7-1. I'm actually going to take this trade, guys. I'm going to set an alert for this region over here, and we'll see how price reacts when it does go there. So that's the trade setup, guys. Now what's next, guys? MOODENG. I know it's around here. MOODENG. Let's go. There we go. Yeah, so obviously very volatile, guys. You know, this is basically halved since the top there. So if you bought MOODENG over here, you halved. It's looking like it's in a good zone though, guys. It's in a clear uptrend. You guys know it's in an uptrend. It is bullish, but my issue is it's still relatively new, guys. We could come down to the 50-day EMA. We see it's only just formed over here, and we haven't tested it yet. So we could get a move down to here. Wouldn't be surprised. But for now, you have to treat support as support, and this does look like a support region. So there is an argument for a long here on MOODENG if you are into MOODENG. You know, you would say that we are creating a higher low, so that wick should be defended, and then we're just going to target highs like that. I'm not taking this trade, but if you are looking for a trade, this doesn't look too bad. Mana and WIF. So I just went over WIF now. I am bullish on WIF. It is above the 50% level. Mana, we know, is a gaming, Decentraland. Yeah, this is a huge rip, guys. This obviously ripped yesterday. Would I be buying the rip? No, I probably wouldn't. It did actually come into our take profit zone if we did take this long. Which we didn't actually take. But Mana looks good. Got the bull cross over here. That's probably why we saw the big push up yesterday. And, you know, will we get a move back down into that zone? Most likely. These pumps can't go on forever. I'm sure a lot of people have taken profits. They've been, you know, down for the whole year now. So they could be taking profits on this. Where's a good place to be getting into this? I reckon that 52 cent could be a good place to get into. That's the recent support resistance, as well as the 50% level over there. Okay, what's next, guys? What's next? Injective and Jupiter, I like those guys. So Jupiter, I did actually cut some of my position on Jupiter on Friday because it just isn't performing, guys. It's not performing. It's not performing like the rest. I think Jupiter could be a bit of an oversaturated buy. I think a lot of people, you know, Jupiter's going to run. Jupiter's going to run a lot of retail, and it normally doesn't happen. It normally doesn't happen when people are talking about it. Am I still bullish on Jupiter? Yes, I am. That's why I still have my position. We still are in the strong 50% level of the range over there, and we are above the 50-day EMA. Anything that comes down into the 50-day EMA, coming in at around that $1, $1.05 region, should be a really good place to be buying Jupiter. I am going to wait for maybe a sweep of that 99 cents over there, the 50% level, before getting a push up. But for now, it has been going sideways for the whole month now. So I'm not too overexposed into Jupiter, guys. What is next? Oh, Injective. Let's go over Injective because I am really bullish on Injective. So I'm pretty sure Injective is one of those ETH. It's on the ETH blockchain. Could be wrong. But this is looking really good, guys. Look at that. So we do have the bull cross now. So we are expecting continuation. And one thing we do like about this is it's creating a higher high. So it broke the recent high over there. Okay, something like Jupiter didn't break the recent high. Okay, it hasn't been able to sustainably hold above that high on the 10th of November. But coins such as Chainlink, Rune, not so much. Uniswap, these are the coins that are starting to pump. AAVE is starting to pump, guys. PEPE is starting to pump. This is actually one on my list, guys. We just got the bull cross recently, and we have just broken the high. So there is definitely a case for a move here. ENS, guys, 20% today. Let's go. Let's go. You know, we are in resistance at the moment, but all of these ETH ecosystem players are starting to come to the party. Injective, bullish price action, and we can just expect continuation onwards and upwards here. Could this be the high? Maybe it could be the high. But I think anything above this $23 region is very bullish for Injective. Yeah, very bullish, guys. Golden cross. We are long and strong on Injective in our spot positions. But this is most likely going to be strong resistance, guys. Do you expect resistance into that $32 region for Injective? What's next, guys? WLD. Let's go. Yeah, not looking too bad either. Bullish, but we want to see this consolidate above the 200-day EMA. Okay, we want to see this come up and start to close 3 to 5 candles above this $2.60 region, and then we're going to get bullish. But this does look good. If you are on the long, I would continue to hold. You do expect this $2 mark to be held. If you are in an uptrend, you wouldn't want to see that region be lost. So if you are in a long, don't know where you're long from, but you can expect higher prices. You can come into this region over here, but you don't want to see this low get lost. Why? Because the low is above the 50-day EMA. Okay, so if you get below this low, you are below all the EMAs. You have created now a lower low, and you should see continuation to the downside for WLD. Casper, yeah, guys, Casper's doing okay, guys. So we are wrestling with the 50% level, guys. Definitely one token to watch, Casper. I am bullish on Casper. I've got a big bag, and yeah, clear breakouts over there. It's very choppy at the moment. I think it's chopping traders in and out. I don't think market makers want people to be over leveraging this before this thing moons. And I think if we can take out this high over here at 1650 and then start to consolidate above the 50% level, I am seeing all-time highs sooner than later for Casper. Definitely hold into your bags. Yeah, guys, definitely bullish on this long term. I'm going to go over TON as well because TON is looking quite similar. So it's also wrestling with the 50% level. Golden cross is on its way. It has broken out of trend, And I think these two are the laggards, guys. These are the laggards. I think market makers are trying to make people a bit bored with this over there. But you can see we are holding up this level over here. Okay, key level for TON is that $6 region over there. But we do want to see TON coin above $6.40. Then we are going to see the beta plays like 𝗕𝗏𝗪𝗏 get thumpy action as well. Yeah, there we go. I think I got stopped out of this trade, but I do have some spots 𝗕𝗏𝗪𝗏, but this would be the beta play, guys. And this has a lot of work to do, guys. If TON gets above there and we get into 𝗕𝗏𝗪𝗏, you know, you are seeing 100% move happen quite quickly for 𝗕𝗏𝗪𝗏. 𝗬𝗎, let's have a look at 𝗬𝗎. Let's have a look at 𝗬𝗎, bro. Yeah, so I'm bullish on 𝗬𝗎. We got in really low on this. This is one of the first one of my bags that pumped. I got in at this, I think this low over here. I had limit orders, you know, below 90 cents, this region over here. So most of my spot bag was bought over there. I did buy some spot yesterday again with that big wick. This was one of the coins that I was adding to my bag just because it is so extremely strong, guys. Let's put the 382 on the chart. I think the 382 could be tested, but I'm not relying on it. That 382 is coming in at $3. I think this is the ultimate buy zone for 𝗬𝗎. If you aren't in yet, it's going to be between $3 and $2.80. That you do see the 50-day EMA. It's going to start moving onwards and upwards, something like that. And you do expect, you know, you might see a quick wick and then a nice bounce off there. But yeah, very strong. All your stops for 𝗬𝗎 are below this $1.61. That is the previous higher low, which if it comes below this, it's not looking good. So all stops would be below here, and you would be buying this region over here. And we are playing this spot, guys, level to level. Level to level. GRT, let's have a look at GRT quickly. Yeah, I just got so many coins here. I have to almost remember where they are. Let's type, guys. Let's type GRT. Oh, I'll put it under my AI sector. Okay, great. Yeah, GRT is looking really good. It looks like the bull cross is only moments away. Only moments away from happening over there. And we have just been watching this, you know, just respect the levels and reclaim the levels and continue up. So we did say that this is going to be resistance for GRT, but we were looking for this liquidity pool, this inefficient candle to be filled. And this is likely to be filled. So you'll probably see a push up. And if it does come back under, then you can potentially open a little short back down to this level over here. But I wouldn't be shorting anything in this market at the moment. But for now, it's just looking bullish. You're about to get the bull cross, as I just said now. And if you are looking for a place to get into GRT, it would probably be this green box over here, which we drew out a while ago. And I'm going to set an alert for the underneath that wick. 22.8 cents for GRT, guys. Looks like the market is getting a pullback. I want to have a look at the market quickly. So Bitcoin is getting a bit of a dump as we speak. US market is open. Volatile, guys, volatile. Something's up, something's down. And what's up? It is the ETH plays. ETH, 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 ETH. Guys, ETH. ETH is the king at the moment. ETH is stealing the limelight. So again, 92.4 region over here. This would be a good buy in my opinion. We do often see these big wicks on the New York Open, guys. We do see these big wicks on the New York Open. Let's have a look at ETH. Yeah, it's holding up still, guys. We didn't take out the high, which might be a concern, but we're still above the EMAs over there. Solana, yeah, starting to look a bit hairy. Where's our EMA over here? There it is. Okay, we are approaching the EMA, guys. We can expect a bounce from here. Huge wick over there, so there's probably a lot of liquidity underneath that wick. So you might see a little movement down, come to the zone over here for Solana, and we'll see what happens from there. Let's go back into the alt requests, guys. The stock market is pumping though, guys. The stock market's pumping today. Wait, is that all-time highs? There we go. S&P 500 all-time highs. Again, nothing bearish about it. And this should come into the crypto market, guys. I don't see why it wouldn't. Stock market is pumping. I think it is because the dollar is dumping, guys. The DXY is dumping. So we are seeing a stock market little pump. NASDAQ. Okay, NASDAQ not at all-time highs. S&P is. There we go. What a lovely day. We love all-time highs, guys. We love all-time highs. Okay, let's see what's next. Say, guys, you know what the feeling of Say is, guys. We are bullish on Say. It is my favorite Chinese altcoin. We're gonna pull it up over here. It's above 60 cents. A huge pump yesterday. The reason it pumped on a Sunday is because the Chinese market opens first thing on Monday, and in our time zone, it is Sunday. So that's why we did get that big Chinese pump on Say, and it hasn't hit my target yet, guys. My target for Say is going to be that 77-cent region for Say, and yeah, bullish, guys. Higher low, higher low. So we are expecting, to be honest, we are expecting all-time highs to be hit for Say, and this is definitely our favorite Chinese altcoin. It has been outperforming CFX, guys. This is not our favorite Chinese altcoin. Okay, what is the next ultra quest, guys? GRT and Grass. We did have a look at GRT already, so we're gonna have a look at Grass. Where is Grass? I had Grass somewhere. I did, guys. I did FOMO into Grass. Believe it or not, I did FOMO in. I FOMO'd in towards the end of last week, and probably a break even or slightly up on it. A little bit of a rejection wick. But guys, the problem with this is there isn't enough data to go back on. So let's have a look if we can pull it up on an exchange which most likely listed it for longer. There we go. Guys, not much to this. A little bit of a breakout over here. Yeah, you would expect this to be the next higher low. And yeah, if you are long on this, you can put your stops below there. If you are looking to FOMO into Grass, your trade would look something like that. And then we probably see a little bit more of a move, you know, up into that like $5 region over there. This could be a good trade, guys. I'm not personally not taking this trade, but this could play out. Looks like the market is starting to dump, guys. Let's look at Pepe. Pepperino. Here we go. Pepe, still bullish. I personally think that this region is going to be tested. So I wouldn't be long on Pepe, but I would be interested in this region over here. You often see the old top does get tested. So here was the top, pumped up, it got tested. Okay, then here was the top, pumped up, got tested. So now here was the top, pump up, and we're probably gonna test it again. It's the standard meme coin move, guys. There we go, Bonk testing the old highs as well. Big wick yesterday. These are bullish long term though, guys. With holding some strength, obviously with the listing. Brett as well. Very choppy though, guys. Very choppy. Very difficult to trade this. Very difficult to trade this. Okay, we're gonna do a few more, guys. Time flies. Time flies in these streams. Let's do a few more, guys. Was that it? That could be everyone's. Awesome. That's everyone's altcoin requests. Yeah, so let's just wrap it up quickly. So we got S&P 500 pumping, hit all-time highs today. Nothing bearish about all-time highs, unless we see a huge rejection here. Then it could be looking quite scary. But let's go over Bitcoin quickly. So Bitcoin is still bullish in my opinion. And we are looking for my second limit order on Bitcoin to be hit. Bummer. We should have taken some profits on this one, but we didn't. 95.3, guys. This is another order of mine. This is quite a sharp wick to the downside, so we are looking for this to get filled at some point. So I'm not closing my trade, of course not. And we'll probably see a bounce off that 95.3K region over there. Ethereum, I think, is going to lead the charge. Again, it just pumped and made another high. This is in bullish market structure. And it is outperforming the rest of the assets right now. Solana, guys, $2.10, that'd be the major zone over there. But there was a little minor zone, which I think we had it over here. I think this $233 region is also a huge level, guys. If we do start to lose this 54-hour EMA and test it as support, find a high over here, then this is going to be a huge region where I think a lot of buyers will be stepping into the market over there, guys. Yeah, still looking for this to drop over there. But guys, that's a wrap. Thank you so much for watching the show. It is much appreciated. And we will see you guys on the next stream. Good luck trading out there, and cheers for now.